Hello beautiful and welcome back to my channel and to this video where we are finally trying out some bPerfect. It's been quite some time. I've been talking about this brand a lot. I've been waiting for the perfect opportunity, and the perfect opportunity actually did present itself when bPerfect did send me a couple of their things in PR. I was waiting to try out the Carnival 3 collection, but we're just gonna stretch a bit and try this in the meanwhile, and I will of course pick up the Carnival 3 collection as well as soon as it drops. So this is gonna be me trying out highlighter, eyeshadow, and eyeshadow base, and some lashes from bPerfect, and I am so excited. Also, don't forget to stay to the end because I will be giving away an extra of the Carnival XL, the Carnival 2, the XL palette, because I have an extra and I will be giving that away towards the end of the video. And if you haven't been here before, my name is Angie. Hello, I am a lover of fashion and makeup, especially colorful makeup, and we will be trying out some really colorful pieces today, and I will be doing something, I think, teal. We're going for teal. And if you want to see some more color in timeline, don't forget to subscribe because I upload several videos a week. Okay, we are all zoomed in and we are going to be playing with these goodies. I'm super excited. I haven't put on any highlighter or blush because we are going to be using this bPerfect Sub-Zero palette together with Mitchell. Is that how you say it? I feel like I'm a grandma at like TikTok saying that because I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Am I saying it wrong? I might be. But this is the palette I'm going to be using on my cheeks. It has some really pretty ones. I think that I'm going to be using these two here at the bottom. It seems to be a peachy, more of a medium toned, and it seems to be one more pinky, like I think it's like one of those duochrome highlighters. I have already put on my foundation and everything. I'm wearing the Juvia's Place foundation. I tried mixing Fess and Zebu. This is 710, 720, but they were slightly too light for me, so I really had to bronze this up, and I used the Nabla bronzer in Dude. That's what I have on my face, and I also have the Jaclyn powder in Brighten Up to just, well, brighten up this a bit. I feel like I'm somewhat back to, I do have a little bit of self tanner on today, so I feel like I'm somewhat back to the skin tone that I have. I'm also wearing one of the Juvia's Place lipsticks. This is in Me, one of my favorite shades from my swatching video. If you haven't watched this, I swatched the entire line of the new Juvia's Place lipsticks on my channel. Don't forget to check that out. I'm gonna start with the highlighter, and then we're gonna go in with the eye primer as well, because I got this Perfect Prime eyeshadow priming base. It has a little doe foot applicator, and I really like that. It seems to be a shade that is just a pinch lighter than my skin tone, and I think that might be nice as well since we're going in with such colorful shades. So that's going to be really nice as well. But let's start with the highlighting palette. I'm going to start with this one then, and then I'm going in with this one. These are powder highlighters, so I'm going to see if I can use my Nabla highlighting brush. This is my favorite highlighting brush for powder formula. If it's more of a cream to powder or a baked gelée, I love using my F01 from Sigma. But I'm starting out with this Babley, which is more of a, seems to be more of a, okay, medium to, this isn't the color that it's in the pan. Okay, so basically what I can, that is very intense. Basically what I can tell you right now is that that comes off a lot brighter and lighter on the skin than I see them in the pan. That is almost too much. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna use this one and just see if I can just bring this down a little bit, because that is too bright for me. Well, and then I'm just packing on more highlighter, but something that's a bit darker. Yeah, it did tone it down just a little bit. I'm gonna use that shade. I should probably have, now that I see that on my hair, that is the one I should have used. I see that now. But at least then I know that it comes off slightly lighter on the skin than it really than it looks in the pan. Just using a powder brush to smooth off the edges a bit. I always do this. And then I'm gonna take just a little bit in Blankets, and I'm just putting that up here. Yeah, that's a bit of a pinky tone. That's pretty. Taking a very little because this is very bright. This is brighter than I imagined. This is not what I had in mind, but here we are. I think I'm gonna use a little bit of blush on top of this. Let me reach for something. I'm just gonna use a bit of MAC Hushed Tone. This is an extra dimension blush. I do like these glowy blushes. My dog's trying to get in. No, not right now. I'm just using this on top so I keep the glowiness, but just make it a bit more blush toned. I think that that is looking really, really nice. Okay, let's go in then with the eyeshadow base. And I'm gonna blend this out with... Oh, it depends. I brought out two different brushes. It depends on how liquid this is, what I'm gonna use. I think I'm gonna use this one. This is the Makeup Addiction Cosmetics, the Queen brush. It's great for like cream shadows or like eyeshadow bases. That blended out super smoothly, and that is a really nice shade for me. I will say that maybe if you are of a fair skin tone, this might be slightly too dark for you. I don't know if they have different shades though. Actually, I didn't check on that. But I will link all the things that I'm using down below. I always try to do that. Don't forget to check my description box. Some of my links are affiliated, and if they are, they do have a little star behind them, meaning that if you shop from those links, I earn a small commission. And thank you so much if you are using my affiliate links. It really does help a lot. That's actually really nice and such a good color for me. I'm gonna let this set just for 1 second before I go in with eyeshadow. I got two different palettes from them. One of them that I got is the bPerfect and Makeup by Ja, and this is the Clientele palette. This is more of a neutral palette with a twist. It has some really poppy pink and like burgundies and reds. It's actually quite stunning to be for being like a neutral palette, and also two greens, one more of a like darker grass green and one like a more of a yummy khaki green. I actually think that this palette is a neutral palette that's up my alley, so I'm gonna keep this and see if I can play this with this in a future video. But what we are going to be playing with today is the bPerfect and Stacey Marie MUA XL Carnival palette. This is a big palette, and I've said to you as well, the only reason why I didn't pick up this palette before is because it's so big, and it is literally, you can see it's like covering up the screen. It's so big, but it is beautiful. On the inside it has these beautiful like rainbowy tones, and I am super excited to be trying this out and trying out the formula. I will be picking up the Carnival 3 palette as soon as it's available, so don't worry about that. You will be seeing that on my channel as well. I don't think I'll be getting it in PR, but I don't mind buying things myself, so I will be trying this out. Did I say I got this in PR? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said I got this in PR, but this video isn't sponsored. I'm gonna be using some of my Refro brushes. I still have them in plastic, even though I've used one of them already. Okay, plastic goes on the floor. Perfect. I'm gonna be using these teals. Remember when I said the teals weren't really my cup of tea? I changed my mind. I'm really into teals now. I'm gonna be using these two teals here. I'm blind. These two here, and this one, the light one here. So those are the three I know it's such a big palette and I'm using 3 shades. I know I'm crazy. But those are the shadows that I'm gonna be using today, and we are gonna create a look and we'll just see how this is basically. I was really feeling a matte look, and I was really feeling something teal, and those shadows really drew me in. Let me see how... Where is that brush that I used? This, I swear, this palette is taking up my entire... like, oh, here it is. I can't even find the brush for my... Oh my god, almost no creasing, even though I have super foldy lids. We might have a winner on our hands. So I'm going in with Nuke, which is the darker teal, because I'm gonna do the look like these British and Irish influencers do the looks, and it's basically starting with the darkest shade first. I'm not gonna be cutting my crease though, because I feel like I'm gonna do more of an, I don't want to say easy look, but more effortless, maybe, with not cutting my crease with some concealer. So I'm basically putting this in my outer corner. That is very pigmented, and I'm gonna blend it out with the mid-tone, like the middle shade teal, the one that's called Showboat. So I'm just starting with this first. I'm taking ever so lightly some and just really tucking it into my crease here, but I'm gonna be blending this out with the lighter one in just a second. I'm cleaning off my brush and I'm taking the same one and I'm just gently blending over the edges before I go in with the next shadow. It's gonna make it easier for them to blend together if the edge isn't super harsh. And this was a Refer 15 brush, by the way, if you're wondering. I'm gonna take this slightly smaller one now that is called, this is the Refer 14. So this is just one size smaller, and now I'm taking Showboat. See, it's slightly lighter, and I am putting some and blending on the edge, like literally on the edge. And then with small circular motions, I am just blending this edge out a bit. Now I'm taking that shade that's called Y though, which is the lightest one, and I'm very lightly taking that one on the absolute outer edge. This is not gonna make a big difference, but it is gonna soften this up just a little bit. Now I'm just gonna take a flat brush, just a normal flat shader. This is from Kaleidos, unfortunately discontinued, but just a flat brush. And I'm taking that Y dough again, which is that matte light turquoise mint shade, and I'm just gonna pop that on the lid. And I am gonna take it a little bit higher here, above that little fold that you see that I have. I'm taking it above that one. And I'm just pressing it on, and then I'm just gently blending it into the other shades here. This is a very pigmented and very stunning shade. Maybe I'll take this opportunity to also show you how you can really utilize a matte white and a matte black in a palette. I'm gonna do the same on the other eye. I'm also gonna use just a little bit on my under eyes. I'll just use an E20 from Sigma, and I'll just use some of these shades under my eyes as well. The same matte shades, just smudging out and making a bit of a gradient under my eyes. Okay, so this is where I'm at right now. I actually really love it. So they do have a matte white here. It's called Pillow Talk. So I'm gonna be using that on a small pencil brush, and I'm putting that in my absolute inner corners. This is a perfect way if you have a all matte look to, in the absolute inner corners, do some matte white and then just blend it into the other shades. It's giving a little bit of brightness here, and it's not too stark either. And I know it's very popular right now amongst the like influencers and makeup artists in the UK and Ireland right now to be using a matte white with their eye looks, and I love that. So I thought that I could show you like how you can make that work without being too stark. You just need to use a little bit and just blend it into the rest. I hope you can see the difference that it made, and I feel like this is very cute. Although I mean the look is already out there and pretty intense, so maybe if you're already doing something like this, a matte white isn't really gonna scare you. But maybe if this was like a brownie beige look as well, using a matte white just in your inner corners and just blending it into like a light beige like shadow on the lid can really make a huge difference. And a matte white is perfect as an inner corner highlight if you want to brighten up your inner corners and if you are using a matte lid shade. Then I'm going to be using an even smaller brush from Refer. This is number 13, even smaller. I'm just going to break, if you have new brushes and you feel like they are a bit too stiff, I'm just breaking it in a little bit. And they do have a matte black here as well. It's called Lights Out. So I'm just taking a little bit on this brush, and I am going to be gently using that to darken up this teal even more in the outer corners here. And I'm trying to take it as a little wedge in. You can see I'm not taking it up here. I'm taking it down here at the lash line, and then I'm just blending it into the exact inner corners. You can see I'm really smooshing my brush in there. And I took very little on my brush, and you can see that. And then afterwards I'll go in with this small brush that I used before, and I'll take a bit of the Nuke, which was that darker teal color, and I'll just pop that on top of the black, so it still has that turquoise like tealy tone but it's just even darker. And this is a perfect way of using a black shadow because you can really like deepen up and get this look to be even more dimensional. I hope you can see the difference between the two eyes, how much more dimensional and deep this one is, and it seems to have even more like, well, darkness into it. And I really like the subtle difference, and you can see I didn't take the black up too high. It's just out here in the outer, literally outer V, and that's literally it. I'm gonna be doing am I done with this look? I might be. Let me do some mascara and something in my waterline, and I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like before I put the falsies on. Okie dokie, this is what the look looks like. I think it's really pretty. Oh, I forgot my waterline. I think I'm gonna use, I have a light turquoisey mint one from, what's it called? LA Girl. Is it called Fresh or is the other one Fresh? I don't remember. I have one that is like a bright blue, and then I have one that is a light mint. I'm gonna use the light mint in my waterline, and I'm also gonna be using these lashes. These are the Universal Lash Collection. They sent me so many. These aren't even all of them, but I have so many. I think they sent me every one they had, but the one I'm gonna use today is called Vibes. It is more of a flared, kind of a wispy, definitely 3D dimensional lash. It looks really, really pretty. So I'm gonna be putting these on and we'll see how it looks. I think that when I have lighter in the inner part like this, it's really nice if it flares out a bit, especially when you have a liner like a wing. So I'm gonna be doing that, and I'll put something in my waterline, and that's gonna be the finished thing. Okay then, so that was the finished look. I am really, really enjoying this look. I think the eyeshadows look really good. I think the thing I am most impressed with is the eye primer, to be honest. That one worked so good. But I'm really enjoying this look, and I'm so looking forward to be purchasing and trying the Carnival 3, of course, and I will have that on my channel as soon as it's being released. And like I said in the beginning, we're gonna have a little bit of a giveaway, and this giveaway actually will be on Instagram. So all you have to do is follow my Instagram and the bPerfect Instagram, and like and comment on the picture where I'm showing the palette on my Instagram. I will put a link down below. I'm pointing down below in the description box on what post I mean. And all the info, of course, on how to enter the giveaway will be in that post. So if you want to follow me on YouTube as well, I'm more than happy to have you as a subscriber, but this one is going to be an Instagram giveaway. So I will put a link down below. You just have to like and comment on the picture and follow me and bPerfect Cosmetics to be able to win the Carnival XL Pro palette, this one for yourself. I also got a double of the eyeshadow primers. I will also include one of these in the package so that you will be able to try out this palette together with the eye primer, because I really like the eye primer. And of course I will be providing the shipping, and it is open internationally. Oh, I have a fuzzy in front of my eye because I am in Sweden, otherwise what's the point of this giveaway? Let's be honest. But yeah, look at the link down below to be able to enter the giveaway. I'll have all the info on how long the giveaway is open for, and of course a link to bPerfect so you can follow them as well. But yeah, that will be it for this video, and if you want to see more colorful looks or more just makeup chit chat, I would love to see you subscribe on the channel as well. Of course, I will have a new video real soon. Bye!